They told the world a story of fear, that no one could take Jerusalem back. For 90 years, it remained under Crusader control, while the Muslim world stood divided, weak, and broken. But then, from the silence of the desert, a man began to rise. Not a king, not a tyrant, but a leader shaped by discipline and faith. Salahuddin Ayyubi.
The most powerful armies in the world had already crushed kingdoms. They came from Europe, covered in steel, backed by kings, feared across continents, and for nearly 90 years, Jerusalem remained under their control. Muslim lands were divided, leaders fought each other, hope was dying. Then, from the deserts of the Middle East, a man appeared, not born a king, not raised for a throne, but destined to unite a broken Ummah. A commander so disciplined, even his enemies respected him. A warrior so feared that kings whispered his name. And when the world expected revenge, he shocked history with mercy. This is the story of the Muslim general who defeated giants, Salahuddin Ayyubi. To understand Salahuddin, you must first understand the world he inherited. The year was 1099. Jerusalem, the holy city loved by Muslims, Christians, and Jews, fell into Crusader hands. What followed became one of the darkest chapters in history. Historical accounts describe streets filled with blood, thousands were killed, families destroyed, mosques desecrated, the sacred city was gone, and the Muslim world broken, divided, weak. Instead of unity, Muslim rulers fought each other for power, kingdom against kingdom, city against city. While Crusader states grew stronger, for decades, many believed Jerusalem would never return. Then, in the city of Tikrit, around 1137, a child was born. His name was Salahuddin Yusuf ibn Ayyub. Salahuddin, no one knew that this quiet boy would change history forever. Unlike famous conquerors, Salahuddin was not obsessed with war. He loved learning, religion, knowledge, discipline. He studied the Quran, Islamic law, leadership, character, and perhaps most importantly, patience. Because history rarely chooses loud men. Sometimes it chooses disciplined ones. Salahuddin's rise to power was unexpected. He followed his uncle, a military commander named Shirkuh, into Egypt. Shirkuh, at the time, Egypt was collapsing. Political betrayals, foreign threats, power struggles, and the Crusaders waiting nearby. After Shirkuh's death, something surprising happened. The young Salahuddin was chosen to lead. Many doubted him. He looked calm, quiet, too soft, too religious. Surely this man could not survive brutal politics, but they misunderstood him. Salahuddin was patient, calculated, disciplined. While others chased power, he built stability. He strengthened Egypt, reformed armies, restored Islamic institutions, and most importantly, he worked towards something larger than himself: unity. Because he knew one painful truth: no divided people can defeat a united enemy. For years, Salahuddin prepared, not recklessly, not emotionally, patiently, step by step. He united Muslim territories, Egypt, Syria, northern regions. Old rivalries began to fade. For the first time in generations, Muslims stood together, but ahead of them stood giants, the Crusader kingdom of Jerusalem, backed by powerful knights, elite warriors, European kings, fortified castles, military experience, and leaders who believed they could never lose. Then came the turning point. 1. The Battle of Hattin. Battle of Hattin. Salahuddin understood warfare. He did not rush blindly into battle. He cut enemy supply routes, controlled water access. used the brutal summer heat, and, slowly, the mighty Crusader army weakened, hungry, exhausted, thirsty. Then, Salahuddin struck. The battle was devastating. The seemingly unstoppable Crusader forces collapsed, knights surrendered, leaders captured. The balance of power had changed. After nearly 90 years, Jerusalem was finally within reach. The city that Muslims had cried for generations stood before Salahuddin, Jerusalem. The moment history had waited for. People feared revenge, after all. When Crusaders captured Jerusalem in 1099, massacres followed. Bloodshed filled the streets. Surely now revenge would come. But Salahuddin shocked the world. When Jerusalem surrendered in 1187, he did something few conquerors ever do. He chose mercy. Jerusalem families were spared. Civilians protected. Places of worship respected. Christians and Jews were allowed safety. Many enemies who expected death walked away alive. Even historians outside the Muslim world would later describe Salahuddin as a model of chivalry and honor. He had defeated giants, but refused to become a monster.